Navy just released new physical standards for people going into boot camp and for people coming out of boot camp. They released a bunch of new information. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Very exciting stuff here. Huge news for my channel. This is huge news. So originally, when you get to boot camp, you don't have to pass the first physical assessment that they give you. You were given until the very, very last physical test in boot camp to show that you can pass the run, the push-ups, the sit-ups. But now, beginning January 1st, Recruit Training Command, RTC, the Navy's only boot camp, will require recruits to pass an initial run standard before they may commence basic training. You have to pass an initial run standard to show that you are marginally physically fit. Now I say marginally because the standard that they're setting is 16 minutes and 10 seconds for males and 18 minutes and 7 seconds for females. Just to run 1.5 miles, you get 16 minutes for males, 18 minutes for females to run 1.5 miles. Just to start boot camp. You can literally army crawl 1.5 miles in 16 minutes and pass it.
When they come here, when they do their baseline, we have a failure rate of 40 to 60%. By the time they do their final, the number goes down to about 5 to 10% max.
I seriously read comments on the Navy Times that said, I'm a 48-year-old woman, I haven't ran in 20 years, and I can pass 1.5 miles in 18 minutes. But they are saying if you don't pass this initial screening, you will have 48 hours to retake it. If you fail again, it says if they fail the retest, recruits will be discharged from the Navy with an entry-level separation, which allows them to reapply at a later date with a waiver from Navy Recruit Command. So another quote from this article is saying the initial run standard raises the bar at Recruit Training Command and helps us develop more tough qualified sailors during basic military training and send a more lethal force to the fleet. So I don't know, I mean, great for the Navy trying to raise the standards. I don't think this is really gonna do it. What I think they should be doing is when they extend boot camp from 8 weeks to 13 weeks, they need to be doing a lot more firefighter drills, a lot more marlin spike, basic seamanship, waking you guys up in the middle of the night to simulate collision drills, to simulate stuff that's been happening out in the fleet, to make you guys more prepared, not setting a 16-minute, 1.5 mile barrier to entry into boot camp, which anyone and their freaking uncle, you can walk a 16-minute, 1.5 mile. You can speed walk that. That is not doing anything.
Or, as it were, Xbox age, where they sit on the couch. They play video games all day long, and then they don't really go out and exercise. And then they sign up for boot camp, come to RTC, and they're not physically fit.
Also, just some other factoids that they came out with, just to reiterate, if you guys did not know, you can graduate or you can advance. You can go from E1 to E2 or E2 to E3 if you pass your first physical test. So if you get a satisfactory medium score on your first test when you get into boot camp, and you pass the DEP advancement exam, and you complete your DEP advancement PQS. If you do those 3 things, you can advance a rank. Another one, I think this is new, but this is saying if you get an outstanding high on the final physical test, you get to be meritoriously advanced at graduation. So that's awesome. If you crush the physical fitness test, your final one, if you get a high, outstanding high, which is easy to do. It's not hard, you know, you just work on your push-ups, sit-ups, and run fast. The Navy doesn't have crazy physical standards. You can look that up, what that would be, but you get to be advanced. Awesome. All right, guys, I hope you became more informed. I hope you were entertained. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Thank you so much for all the support. Like you know, we're on the road now. We just hit 60,000. We're on the road to 75,000 subscribers. Once we hit that, then it's on the road to 100,000 poppies. Wouldn't be here without you guys. I appreciate all support, everyone that leaves the comments here for the channel. Social medias below. As always, I'll see you guys very soon. Brand new